In this video, I will be talking to you guys about what it means when you say, I fear judgment. What does it mean when you say to yourself, you know what, I'm afraid of this? And I'm here to show you that you're not really afraid of what you think you're afraid of. This student that you're going to see me help understand what he's afraid of is the same thing that you guys are dealing with. Maybe you're walking around saying to yourself, you know what, I'm afraid of what people think. I'm afraid that when I'm talking to this girl, this other lady is watching me. I'm afraid of when I'm talking to this woman here, even what she thinks. I'm just afraid of what people think. You just fear judgment. And this is one of the reasons why I do these videos, is because I always can show you guys every single time that what you think you're afraid of, you're really not. Just like him. When she's coming this way, you don't have to be in a rush. Because you're like, they diverged so quickly. All she did was turn the corner. Yeah, this is much deeper than just the approach. What are you actually afraid of when you walk up? You're afraid of something that you're not telling me right now.
What am I afraid of when I woke up?
Yeah. Because it's making you do all these jitter things instead of just doing something.
Yeah, probably just the people around.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You're just afraid that when I go stop a girl, other people will notice me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do something real quick. All right, stand here. Just stand there. All right. Okay, so what you afraid of?
I'm afraid of going back to my home city without the necessary knowledge to continue the grind.
Yeah, that's what you're afraid of, bro. You're not afraid of people looking at you. You're afraid that maybe you'll leave and you won't be able to do this when you go back home. So that's affecting every girl that you walk up to. Do you see it now? Yeah. How when you walk up to a girl, you're actually in a rush stage of like, fuck, I need to learn this because if I don't, when I get home, I won't have it. Yeah, that's what you're afraid of, bro. All right, so understand this is a process. All right, and this process is learning that, yes, this woman here and her, look at them, they're looking at us. Yeah, and now do they feel a bit shy about it? Yeah, they do. Yeah, see? They was just looking at us, they were. But you're not afraid of that person looking at you? Yeah, because when you look over there, they're laughing and giggling and they loving it.
Yeah.
All right, I just have to let you know that you're not afraid of what people think. You're afraid of going back home and that being the thing. But just to give you clarity on that, this is a process. Yeah, maybe you don't know how to do it right now because you haven't allowed yourself to open in the ways to know how to do it. That's fine, all right? You don't have to be in a rush though. All right, everybody will move at their own pace and everybody is at their own stage. So the stage you're at, would you say is at a stage where you really don't know much? Accept that. Accept that right now you don't know much. Yeah, this is new for you. All right? Every skill that I went, it's funny because recently I had to learn snowboarding and I had, skiing actually, and I didn't know how to do it at all. I didn't. And it was good for me to feel like a beginner again, man. Yeah, and I felt like, fuck, I only have 5 days to learn this. But I was like, no, I just need to learn the process by just going out and doing it over and over and over and over. So let your focus be a lot of experience instead of just knowing how to do it. Because through a lot of experience, many lessons are to come to you based on your own unique journey. All right? So from now on, walk up to a girl and then let's just get that part right. Of course, we're gonna look towards the end like James say, but if you can't even commit to the approach because you're in a rush, then everything else don't matter because you're gonna freak every girl out. All right? So let's roll. Do you see how in this video I particularly took this dude and I allowed him to know, which he was on workshop by the way, allowed him to know that if I put you in a situation where people are looking at you and you notice what's happening, you will not be afraid of what you think you're afraid of. And he had to step into that. I did a drill with him that I didn't show you guys because I wouldn't show you if you're on until you're on workshop with me, but I took him through these series of just doing things with me to let him know that, man, you're not afraid of what you think you're afraid of. And this is the thing that will hurt a guy for the rest of his life if he doesn't take hold of what is he really afraid of when he's going up to women. when he's talking to people, what is he really afraid of? And I know that there's so many times in my past where I felt on the inside, fuck, I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid to really talk about this because maybe the girl will think I'm weird. I'm afraid to really reveal something to the girl because maybe it's not valuable enough for what I believe that she wants. I particularly remember a story where I was in front of a girl, and as I'm there with her, I'm just allowing myself to just feel what's happening. And as I'm there, I'm like freaking out because what I'm really thinking that I'm afraid of is the guys next to me. I think I'm afraid of the dudes next to me not giving me the validation that I need for me to feel cool. So what did I do? I kind of fucked up with her because I'm afraid of what these guys are going to think about me. That's what I thought. I'm like, man, I was just afraid of the guys and what they would think about me. And it hurt me in that interaction. I didn't get the girl. The girl walked away. I was standing there feeling silly. It was actually a guy with a girl. And I felt like, fuck, I want to be able to tackle these situations because right now I feel like I can't do it. And when I really started to look underneath, what I came to shocked me. And this may shock you. I was so afraid of what the guys think of me because I was really seeking heavily their validation. I was really seeking their validation, really seeking it, because that's the same validation that I seek from male role models or male father figures type things. And as I'm seeking these things, so to speak, this validation from these guys, that just reminded me of all the validation that I wanted to seek from my dad. That really what came to me when I really went underneath. I was like, fuck, I'm doing the same thing to them unconsciously that I do to my dad. And my dad was never in my life, as you guys will know, but it really started to let me know that what we think we're afraid of, we're not afraid of. We're not afraid of just these superficial layer things. We're not afraid of a woman coming up to you and saying to yourself, and saying to you, or you going up to a woman and you're saying to her, hello, and her like saying, oh, this is weird. You're not afraid of that. You're not afraid of being in front of a woman and having other people look at you. You're not afraid of that. That's what you believe you're afraid of because as you feel something, you project it onto the person. And that's what I did. Every single time I felt weird about something, I would project it onto the woman, or I would project it onto the people around me. And I would go, I'm just afraid of what they think. When in essence, I'm not afraid of what they think. I just feel weird, and that weirdness made me project onto them that I'm afraid of what they think. Because if I told you just look at the person you're afraid of, that you say you're afraid of what they think, you would actually notice that you're not afraid of that. And that would immediately dissipate all the fear that you have. So when you say to yourself, I'm afraid of judgment, when you're feeling in yourself, I'm afraid of what these people think, I challenge you to go one step further. I challenge you to look at what are the things that this situation called to the surface that I'm afraid of showing. It calls something to the surface inside of you. And as it calls something to the surface inside of you, you don't want that to come up. Because if that comes up, then that means that you're not okay. And one of the main things that we feel in life is that we just want to be okay. We want to be okay with something. In the same way I showed the guy, I had to show him like, bro, you're okay, man. It's okay for you to feel like you're not going to get this handled when you go back home, because you'll work through those over the next days. He just wanted to feel okay after the workshop. He wanted to feel like he had this afterwards. That's why he was in a rush. And I had to slow him down and go, bro, this is a process. And you guys may feel that in the same way he did. Like, fuck, man, I just want to get this handled, or I'm afraid of what people think. He's feeling weird, so he's projecting onto everybody else around him that they think something about me, or they feel something about me. And then I let him know through the drill that I did with him that you're not afraid of that. You're afraid of something else, bro. And when I led him through that, and I let him know it was okay, he started doing better. He started relaxing more. He started being able to be around women and not feel so much like he's in a rush. Now, of course, it didn't stop after that moment like magic, but he started to relax more from that fear. So what does this mean for you guys? What does this mean for your fears that you have? Where you go, I'm afraid of what people think. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of judgment. What does this mean for you? It means that whatever you're avoiding, so to speak, in the moment that you're afraid of, is the very thing you need to tackle. And as you tackle that, you will notice that once you come to terms with that, you'll start feeling okay. Because remember, like I said, the main drive in all of this is to know that anything I do, I will feel okay. It's the same thing when I tell a guy, what are you afraid of? He's like, I'm afraid of approaching a girl, and I go approach her. Then he comes back and he's like, I didn't die. I didn't fucking blow up. The girl didn't do anything mean. Now he knows that he's okay. Now he can relax. This feeling of, am I okay? Is this okay? Will I feel okay doing this? It's, so to speak, up against the fear of judgment. It's up against, like, if people judge me, I won't be okay. But the moment that you go into the situation that you're afraid of, that judges you, you start to notice that it's not that. And the moment you notice that it's not that, you start to feel more okay. And the more okay that you feel, which means the closer you get to accepting, the more you'll be able to be at peace with these things you're afraid of. Whether you know it or not, being at peace is the thing that you really want. You want to just be okay enough so you're at peace with the drama you feel on the inside about going to talk to a girl, the chaos that you feel on the inside about going up to a woman that's surrounded by people. Feeling okay in a situation where you're talking to a girl that's in a group and everybody in the group looks at you weird. You want to be able to be okay in these situations where previously you felt like you weren't. That is the real foundation. That is the real grounding. It's feeling okay. As you're on this journey, understand that you're down the road of wanting to feel okay. For me, my journey was, man, I want to just feel like I'm okay being the man that I am. I want to feel like I'm okay, that when I walk up to a woman in a group, that I'm going to feel okay after that. I want to feel okay with the fact of talking to a woman that's in front of people. I just want to feel okay in these situations. But right now, I don't feel like that. And as I start to go out there and I start to face those situations, I started to put myself into situations where I'm like, I'm afraid of guys fucking not validating me for talking to girls. So you know what? I'm going to pinpoint situations where there's guys close by a girl and I'm going to go talk to that girl. I'm going to put myself in a situation so I can know that I feel okay doing this. That's what you have to do. You have to put yourself in these situations, man, that make you feel okay. And if people are like, oh, so you just telling me there's no magic to this? No, there's not no magic to this. The only thing I allowed him to know is that he's okay where he is. The guy in the video, that's the only thing I allowed him to know, that he's okay. That he doesn't have to be in a rush. He can relax. He has to understand this is a process. The moment you rush yourself with this process, the moment you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life. You just start going through all these things. So to be more at peace, to find the solidity in yourself, to be able to find the grounding that you so desire, you need to look at the situations that you go, I'm afraid of, and look at, what am I really afraid of? Because I can guarantee you, these superficial layer fears are just projections. I can guarantee you they are. They're just projections of what you feel on the inside. And as you start to project, the situation around you start to reflect that what you feel on the inside. Feeling okay is putting yourself in superficial situations, so to speak, not superficial, but putting yourself in situations that give you the chance to face that what you're afraid of. And once you face that what you're afraid of, you'll start to notice that there's something else lying underneath. And the more you come to there's something else lying underneath, and you become okay with what's lying underneath, your life starts to become more at peace. You start to feel a lot more okay in yourself. You start to feel more okay when you're around women. And once you know that you feel all right, once you know that everything on the inside is okay, once you know that I can push myself into these situations, or I can go into these situations, not even necessarily just women, but people in general, putting yourself in situations where people can judge you on these, so to speak, judgments that you have. I'm afraid people will call me this. I'm afraid I'll look like this. I'm afraid that I'll be an idiot in this situation. If you allow these situations that you feel like you'll be these things in to reveal something deeper to you, you'll come at more peace, because as it reveals something deeper to you, yes, it may seem at first that it's really, really fucking strange or it's idiotic or stupid, but it gives you the chance to know that you can do something about it. Because right now you probably feel like you can't, because you're so far away from it, so to speak. You're so far away from what's the truth behind what's really happening. And what's beautiful is that there's a guy also that I'm coaching right now. He's just realizing that his pain that he feels toward his ex is the same pain that he feels towards his mom. The same pain that he's going through on the inside right now is linked to the past and him feeling like he's not man enough. Him feeling like he's, so to speak, gay in some sense. And that's because people in school have told him that. And he doesn't feel okay. But the moment that I let him know that everybody has went through this track where people have told them things that starts to make them fear certain things, and that it's okay for him to feel that, immediately he starts to surrender to that feeling. And that feeling didn't come up until I let him know that it's okay. And I went through, of course, a track where I take a guy down a road in itself to be able to find out what it really is. And that's why I love this, because any of you guys who want to be taken down that track on the inside, who really want to develop, who really want to know, how can I be okay in situations? How can I bring women into my life? How can I be okay in front of beautiful women? I've developed so many ways to be able to do it. And that's why I continuously give you guys the things that I can give you through these videos, but also not give you things, because you just got to come to me in person for you to really, really get the full value that you need. Because if I give it to you right now, you won't understand what to insert it. As you go out there, what I want you to do is that I want you to relax more into what is really happening right now. When you feel yourself around people, when you feel the judgment of something, when you feel I'm afraid of judgment of something right now, I just want you to locate what that is. Just simply locate it and start to work with it. Start to figure out what it's like. Start to see, okay, this is actually a projection that I'm doing, and this is not the truth. And it will reveal something very, very uniquely different than you thought. So I hope you guys took a lot of that video. That's something that I just wanted to show you guys, to just let you know that what you think you're afraid of, you're not. And in the meantime, what I want you to do before you do anything with me, where you coach with me, you see me in person, or you just tune into my videos until you want to, what I would like for you to do is go to the description box, and I want you to click the link in the description box, because it is a free video series that I've created for you. It's 2 hours long of the how-to from approach to bedroom. I give you everything from the pickup, the mindsets, all the way to texting, all the way to what happens when you're in a bedroom with a woman. I give you the whole layout for free. And for the limited time that I have it out, please go get it. That's the reason why I keep telling you. Or just wait till this video ends, and on the end screen you can just click the button and it'll take you straight there. This is Tony Solo from The Natural Lifestyle saying, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. You know, I'm always giving you something new, and it's also something new that I want to give you. I've created a video series which is Approach to Bedroom. And I'll be showing you everything from what do you say upon the approach, not what to say, but how you can say what you want to say, and being able to have the mindsets to go with that, being able to be in conversation, being able to take the woman home. And along this path, just giving you insights into things that may pop up to give you issues. I've covered it in this video series that, packed full of about 3 hours of me just giving you guys everything that I can say is going to be the best from approach to bedroom. If you want this, it's totally free. If you want this, click the link below, and what will happen is that you'll get a video series sent right to you, and check it out. Until next time, I'm out.